Anybody ever have a bad hair day? Yeah. I got a bad hair life. That's why well, don't call him out, man. That's pretty cold. You're gonna point to the dude that, I'm not even gonna embarrass him. I'm not even gonna say anything. But that's why I wear what I wear, and this here. And I even, I started carrying an extra one, like people carry gum or something like that. When somebody's breath is kicking, they're eating anchovies a little too much, or whatever it might be, just like, kind of humming, and you offer them a piece of gum. Those folks that, I've done that sometimes. I said, no, thank you. When somebody offers you some gum, that means your breath not stinks, with an A, not an I. Take the gum. Somebody offers you one of these, take it and put it on. Anybody in the job market or been doing any interviews or things like that, or remember what it was like to do that? Some of us, the interviews, yeah, it's kind of tough. It's really tough. Tough economy out there. There's, there's definitely some things that, you don't want to say in an interview. How many breaks do I get? Is it okay to drink on my break? Where all the pretty white women at? The last job, you're asked maybe how you handle conflict. Now, I handle conflict I handle conflict with the left hook, connected with the boss, and that's how I deal with conflict on the job. Stress. You know who has a tough job? President. I mean, your job is tough when people just say, when you're on 24/7, and then there's people saying you don't deserve a vacation. What do you want? What, do you want them to die? I mean, the dude's got a tough job. I mean, whoever's president, whoever's president. I mean, he's got a job. Yeah, I'd say his main job is staying alive. Going back to the retro Bee Gees, his job is staying alive. People get upset because he tries to get along and compromise with, with the Republicans, and people, you're soft. Where's your, you don't have any, why don't you grow up hair and all this. People even consider that maybe all his Secret Service agents are Republicans. Think about that. Think about that. You want to get along because they're saving your life, So you get on the inside, there's things you can't see. I'm sure, first day on the job, they sat him down and showed him the Kennedy video and go, any questions? Okay, Well, if he had, a lot of people, there's a lot of partisan bickering and people angry at Congress and things like that, and gridlock and why things don't happen. And, I think that if they want to see him get so angry that he goes ghetto, right? I mean, they want to push him over there to where he just snaps, and something maybe just slips out. So I think he's, constantly trying to be cool, constantly biting his lip, right? It's like, they get this look. He want to say something, but he can't. He's a... People of the world, this is our moment. This is our time. There's no challenge we cannot meet. Ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Republicans, you can kiss my skinny black action plan to stimulate the economy here. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. He's biting that lip. Images of horror. I'm kind of all over the map tonight. Images of horror. Walking into the door, closed door, and you see your parents having sex. Images of horror, walking in the door and seeing your best friend or somebody close to you on the toilet taking a dump. And you just capture that moment, you lock eyes, and it's there forever. It's ingrained in your brain and you can't get it out. It's there. Somebody can relate to that? Somebody, yeah. Anybody sensitive about their name? About how they like to be addressed? I'm David. My mother called me David, and they've always been called David. So whenever somebody, plays Silly Putty with your name, hey Dave! Dave, the Dave Meister. Davester. Let me call you Dave. You ever have anybody do that? Play Silly Putty with your name? Just kind of stretch it around. I ran across a couple of interesting names today at work. One dude said, wanted to be called Richard. Don't call me Rich. Now, my name is Richard. You can call me Rich. You call me Rich, but don't call me the other nickname for Rich. Anybody know what that is? Can I get a chorus? What is that?
Ricky.
Did everybody hear the variety of? See, that's what diversity is about. What's the other name for Rick? What's the other name for Richard?
Dick.
I didn't say it. There it is. Speak for yourself. I can see why people are sensitive about names. And there's this guy, and his name was Dick Johnson. That's the guy's name. I would love to have a name like that. Just total stud, My name is Dick Johnson. Anyway, there was an earthquake on the East Coast. Did you hear about that? We're supposed to have our turn pretty soon here, Oregon. Brace yourself. There's one on the East Coast. It kind of when I hear about those moments, I think about dying. I think about, would I be a hero? I don't know. We always talk about the hero, but how many dead heroes there are, and then maybe how many alive people that are non-heroes that are still alive because they were I don't know, maybe somebody thought there was a coward because, they were like, get out of my way, damn it, the building's on fire. They're alive now. They're alive now. Rest in peace, somebody jumped off the boat, at the river, and jumped in. Uncle Bob jumped in the river. He was feeling it, got a six-pack on. He thought he was a fish. Uncle Bob didn't come out the water. Some people, it's okay to laugh out loud. This is a joke. Some people may did anybody go after Uncle Bob? No. Sometimes it makes sense to not be a hero. I told Uncle Bob not to be drinking like that. What's up with that? Thank you for listening. I love you. And Scott, take it over, man.
Give it up for Super Big Dave Little, everybody. David Little.